Man, Michael is really being a prick to his son. Well, I'm glad that by the end of it, he was able to lock down that shit.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for Lost. This one's going to be doing my next review for Season 1. This is for Episode 14, titled Special.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Lost. This one's going to be doing my next review for Season 1. This is for Episode 14, titled Special. So, dear Lord, this was a special episode. The title is correct. This is a deep-ass story, this one. I mean, shit. Man. So, this is Michael's episode. Alright, now I've been waiting on this one because this is another one that I'm like, okay, what is his story with this kid? What is the story going on here? How is this all going to play out? And it was even better than I thought it would be, admittedly. Wow. So we start off, his son is missing. He's kind of wondering what's going on with him, stuff like that. Then we find out that John Locke's been teaching him how to use a knife. Well, obviously, he freaks out about this and tells John Locke to stay away from his kid. Makes sense. You know, you don't want your kid to be too violent. Makes sense for sure. And John Locke respects that. He does. He respects his boundaries, and that's that. But we find out via flashbacks in this episode that he was really happy, you know, when his wife was pregnant, you know, when she had the kid and stuff, and he was little. And then automatically then he finds out that she's moving away. So she's moving away and she's going to take their son with her, so that he's not going to get to be with his kid every single day. And his wife is moving with his kid and he's staying back. Basically, that's what she tells him. And she takes the kid away from him. I was like, wow, holy shit. But she's like, you can see him all the time. You can see him all the time. It's all good, whatever. The typical shit, you know what I'm saying? And then, this is sad, man. He then gets on the phone with her a decent amount of time later, and he finds out that she's sleeping with her boss. And her boss is then going to start being the kid's guardian. And then slowly but surely, he gets pissed off. He gets ran over by a car because he's so infuriated. You know, he's not watching where he's going. He ends up in the hospital, and that's when she mentions, well, your kid's 3 now, and he's going to have a new dad, you know? And he's going to take legal custody of that kid, and you won't have to worry about your kid anymore. It's like, bitch, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's like sitting there being like, oh, yeah, no, like, give me my kid back, you know? And she's like, no, you know? It's terrible. She rips the kid right from him, and he's not even the legal guardian anymore. And the kid grows up thinking that her boyfriend is the actual father. And then you get the really tragic shit. She kind of dies of this illness or whatever, right? Around the time that the kid turns like 9 or 10 or so. And this jackass that took, that turned into this kid's legal guardian that looks like, you know, it would be like the kid's dad. After the wife dies, he goes over to friggin' Michael's house and he's like, well, I never really had a connection with the kid the whole time. So I'm going to need you to take the kid, okay? Because now that my wife is dead, now that your ex-wife is dead, you take the kid. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And he just walks out like a deadbeat. And then Michael now has to take custody back of the kid and has to reintroduce himself as almost like this new person altogether, even though he's really the kid's father. Wow. What a fucking powerful story. I mean, seriously, like, what a deep story. And I get it. Now, when I see the interactions between them and they don't know how to interact with each other, wow. And you know what it took? It took a monster coming after them in the woods. Once again, they get attacked. And the kid has to use a knife this time. The knife that John Locke's been teaching him how to use. And he stabs it, he kills it, he helps him. And by the end, Michael, kind of realizes that the kid's going to need to learn how to defend himself. And they kind of slowly, at the end of the episode, start bonding with one another. As John Locke sees that, you know, this father and son are finally connecting, and he's happy about that. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful story. It actually got me in the feels. It was really beautiful. Now, that wasn't all. We also have in this episode a few other plots going on. We've got, our characters that are kind of living. You've got Sawyer that takes Claire's diary, right? And you've got Charlie that is kind of pissed. He takes it, you know, stuff like that. He kind of fights him for it. You know, Sawyer's just a son of a bitch, man. He always is. But yeah, we've got that. And then obviously we've also got our characters that are trying to figure out a way off this island. They're still trying to find, you know, different ways, different techniques and stuff like that. We don't see much of Jack and the others this episode, but, you know, they're briefly involved. And then obviously at the end of the episode, Claire shows up while Boone and John are out there hunting like usual. And Claire shows up and she walks out of the woods, and it's kind of like a cliffhanger. And I was like, oh shit, you know? So yeah, no, really intense. So we'll have to see what's up with Claire. What happened to her? We haven't seen her for a few episodes, so that's going to be really intense to find out what happened to her. But this was a fantastic episode. I would call this a work of art, this episode. This was a phenomenal episode. Great backstory for Michael. I felt really bad for him this episode, and they really did a great job with this story. They really did. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Post comments, post your opinions down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click to subscribe and tune in to any other videos for Lost. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Lost. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.